we go. Who do we have?
You've seen it everywhere. Fuzzy, wide-eyed, a grin full of sharp teeth. At first glance, it's cute. A little weird, a little wild, but harmless, right? That's what everyone thought. Until the stories began. Whispers of strange noises, dark shadows, unexplainable accidents, all starting after the toy entered the room. It's called Labubu, a designer collectible from Asia that didn't just go viral, it took over. But beneath the bright packaging and fuzzy charm lies a far more disturbing reality. This toy isn't just trending, it's terrifying people across the globe, because it's not just a toy. It's been directly linked to sudden accidents, sleep paralysis, and terrifying spiritual encounters. And the deeper you look, the more one name keeps coming up: Pazuzu, an ancient Mesopotamian demon of misfortune, disease, and spiritual torment. Tonight, we're pulling back the curtain, exposing the twisted history behind Labubu, the explosion that made it famous, and the disturbing truth its fans are now trying to escape. This isn't speculation, this is what's really happening, and you need to know what you're holding.
Oh my god, the secret? Oh my god, let me see it, guys.
Labubu wasn't born in darkness, it was born in art. In 2015, a Belgian-Chinese artist named Ka-Sing Lung introduced Labubu to the world. A strange, woodland creature with big eyes, wild hair, and a mischievous grin, pulled straight from the pages of his Nordic fairy tale-inspired storybooks. It wasn't just a drawing, it was a personality, a fusion of chaos and charm, and it caught fire. In 2019, Chinese mega brand Pop Mart licensed the character, turning Labubu into a collectible phenomenon. The format? Blind boxes. You don't choose your toy, you gamble for it. Each Labubu was small, cute, unpredictable, and instantly addictive. Limited drops, rare editions, and for some collectors, thousands of dollars spent just to find the one. By 2023, Labubu wasn't just a niche designer figure, it was a full-blown pop culture icon. Spotted on the bags of Lisa from Blackpink, Rihanna, Kim Kardashian, and even David Beckham. Labubu had jumped from art collectible to fashion symbol overnight. Fans dressed them up, customized them, insured them, and then something shifted behind the wave of adoration. A different kind of post began to surface. TikToks, Reddit threads, voice notes, not about how rare Labubu was, but about what happened after they brought it home.
Following day, my chest starts hurting. Why do I feel like there's like a tug like in my heart? Like, okay, well, today I'm on my way to the gym and I'm driving, but I was looking at my rearview mirror and I see the person coming at me. I see them coming and I'm like, in split seconds, I'm like, they're gonna hit me. And they did, they hit me.
It started with whispers, a few posts, a few videos. Then, it spread like wildfire. At first, it was easy to laugh off. My dog won't go near my Labubu. Ever since I bought it, I've had the worst luck. I keep waking up at 3:14 a.m. every single night. Then came the serious ones, stories of accidents. Right after unboxing, one girl says her car spun out of control hours after buying a Labubu. Another claimed her baby wouldn't stop crying until the toy left the room. One even said she heard whispering coming from the shelf at night when no one else was home. And these weren't isolated. They started pouring in from across the world, from Nigeria, the Philippines, the UK, Mexico. Same toy, same chaos. Some said they didn't feel alone anymore. Others felt watched, and some just wanted the thing out of their house immediately. At first it sounded like coincidence, TikTok drama, a trend gone too far. But as more people shared their experiences, a disturbing connection started to form. A name no one expected to hear, a name ancient, dark, and demonic: Pazuzu. The stories were bizarre, but when people started comparing Labubu's face to something ancient, the internet froze. Wide, bulging eyes, a snarling grin lined with 9 sharp teeth, pointed ears, and a twisted, animal-like form. TikTok exploded, because what they found was an eerie resemblance to one of the oldest and most feared demons in recorded human history: Pazuzu. Known from ancient Mesopotamian texts, Pazuzu was the king of demons of the wind, a bringer of plagues, misfortune, nightmares, and death. He's been worshipped and feared for thousands of years, most famously depicted in The Exorcist, and now suddenly resurfaced. In the face of a plush toy, it didn't stop with just looks. Online users dug deeper. people began comparing Labubu's face with images of Pazuzu, and the similarities were hard to ignore. Others pointed to the tooth count, 9 teeth, the same number associated with several Mesopotamian demonic entities. Coincidence or intentional design? Even the name Labubu raised eyebrows. Some said it resembled Labu, the ancient Mesopotamian creature of chaos, a serpent dragon from the same mythology as Pazuzu. Was this just a string of strange coincidences, or did someone know exactly what they were doing? Because while Pop Mart maintains that Labubu is based on a fictional forest spirit, the imagery says something very different, and whether it was inspired by folklore, demonology, or something more sinister, the connection had already been made. Labubu wasn't just a collectible anymore, it had become a symbol of fear. This wasn't just one person's story, it was a pattern. From TikTok to Reddit, personal testimonies started flooding in. People weren't just creeped out by Labubu, they were terrified. One user said they kept waking up at exactly 3:14 a.m. every night, same time, no alarm, no noise, just that same feeling, like someone or something was watching them. Another described the heavy pressure on their chest during sleep paralysis, nightmares, always centered around the toy. And then there was the Malaysian girl, who claimed she was in a car accident just hours after buying a Labubu from a reseller. She said she felt uneasy the moment she held it. The next thing she remembers, her car spinning on a wet road. A Reddit post read, "I brought one home last week. My lights flickered the same night. I didn't sleep. I couldn't." Another wrote, "My mom made me throw mine away. She said it was bringing things into the house." These aren't stories about collectibles, they're disturbing patterns of fear, chaos, and trauma, all pointing back to the same smiling, wide-eyed figure. Some tried burning sage, others took theirs to church. One user even claimed their pastor told them, "You should never have let that thing inside." This wasn't about paranoia anymore, it was about survival. As the internet flooded with creepy stories and spiritual warnings, one name was noticeably silent: Pop Mart, the billion-dollar company behind Labubu. They had built an empire on mystery boxes and collectible cuteness, but now their crown jewel was being accused of demonic influence. At first, Pop Mart ignored it, but the posts didn't stop. People were tagging them in TikToks about exorcisms, uploading videos of Labubu being thrown in rivers, sharing prayers, and burning the dolls on camera. Then on April 1st, 2024, Pop Mart finally responded. In what appeared to be an April Fool's joke, they released a mock statement announcing a recall due to supernatural activities. Due to unexplained levitation, whispering sounds, and random light flickering, we are recalling all Labubu units for spiritual cleansing. Some laughed, others were furious, because for those who had truly experienced something, this wasn't a joke. Pop Mart later clarified that the statement was satire. They maintained Labubu was simply a fantasy creature inspired by Cassing Lung's art, not a demon. Not cursed, definitely not linked to Susan. But by then, it didn't matter, because the panic had already gone viral. TikTok was flooded with videos. Christian influencers warned people to throw Labubu away. YouTubers covered the demonic claims like breaking news. Even mainstream outlets began reporting on the fear. And for every denial, a new video would surface, a new story, a new warning. Pop Mart had lost control of the narrative. Labubu had stopped being a toy had become something else entirely. It started as a trend, a cute toy, a collector's prize, but now Labubu is something else, a symbol, a question mark, and for some, a curse. Whether you believe in demons or not, you can't ignore the pattern, the sleep paralysis, the unexplained accidents, the spiritual warnings, and the eerie resemblance to Pazuzu, one of history's oldest, most feared demonic figures. Thousands bought Labubu for fun, for fashion, for flex, but just as many now want it gone. They've burned it, buried it, prayed over it, because something didn't feel right. Was it all just internet hysteria, a perfectly timed coincidence, or did millions unknowingly welcome something dark into their homes? We may never have proof, but we have stories, we have warnings, and we have fear spreading faster than any marketing campaign ever could. Labubu was never just a toy, and now the world knows it, so if you own one, keep an eye on it, and if it ever moves, you'll know why.